You guys have been on some legendary tours. You mentioned obviously touring with Big.
Right.
I remember you guys were on tour with Wu-Tang too, right?
Yeah, we toured.
Was it Wu-Tang and what was the other? It was, who else was on that tour?
That was just allowed when we was on the first tour with Wu-Tang. That was a promotional tour.
Okay.
And imagine, like, you got 12
I feel like
of
I
them.
saw you. You guys did like a huge festival. I feel like that was like.
We do a lot of shit that people don't, it goes under the radar. I don't know why.
What was it like though? You're the West Coast group, but you're touring with Big.
Right.
This is after Ready to Die?
Yes.
First of all, how's Biggie?
He only had 2 albums. First of all,
What's that like?
Biggie, that's why, man, when all the static and the beef and all the East-West shit and all that shit, you gotta understand that we done built like long-lasting relationships with people from the East before that. So we wasn't about to just jump in, because really I knew the shit was not true about the Biggie setting up Pac and all that shit.
Right.
We knew that was bullshit off the rip. So we just, basically we just played, not played defense, but we just played the background when it was jumping, because they asked us to go on this tour and they handpicked us, you know what I mean? So they got love for the West Coast, but I don't get in other people's politics and shit like that.
Sure.
But it was weird because we was the only West Coast group on the tour.
How is Biggie as a dude though, man? Like
hilarious, man. Like, he was the biggest King T fan. He used to tell us every day, like where's King T? How come he ain't with you? I forgot why T wasn't on the tour, but Biggie was like reciting his lyrics every day. Like he was like a super duper, King T fan,
Did he ever try to hang with you guys when it came to drinking?
Nah, he knew better than that. But we used to smoke a lot. I see. He wasn't known as a drinker. You know what I mean?
He was a smoker.
Yeah, he smoked. And back then I wasn't really smoking that much, so I'd be high, drunk. We got a lot of tours. Like, never mind. I ain't gonna go into that.
Yeah. And then you guys obviously have such a great relationship and working relationship with Wu. I know y'all kind of helped get them on the radar loud and shit. ODB, I feel like was kind of like, I feel like he was like your spirit animal. Like when I like in a weird like reverse universe, ODB and Tash on a record could have been the same person. Like you guys have like a very unique style of rapping and like very like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why the hip hop junkies work so well. What was it like just being close with a guy like ODB, man? Like
he was just like a different breed of person. Like he just how do you say it? Like he lived free, you know what I mean? Until he got locked up. But he was free as a bird. He just did what he wanted to, said what he wanted to. Like anything else, when you get intoxicated and you get too intoxicated, it start to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? And this and that. But as far as him as a spirit and as far as his character and his values and morals and shit like that, you can't beat the ODB, man. And it's sad how things played out. Man, you got me thinking, man. I don't know what to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was just one of a kind, man. One of a kind.
Any crazy road stories with Wu-Tang?
See, that's why I was like, oh, no, can't do that. Oh, with Wu-Tang in general?
You just with Wu-Tang, yeah.
I mean, shit, everybody does that. I just said these a million times, like the ones and shit, but, man. I remember one time, and me and Meth, we said we weren't going to tell. Matter of fact, I can't even tell this story. Just put it this way. Method Man got hands. He beat up a pimp one time. He beat up a pimp. That's all I can say. I can't say, because I don't know what niggas' situations and shit is. That's how you get fucked up with motherfuckers talking on you and they ain't supposed to be talking. But we had a lot of great times with Wu-Tang and shit like that. We all married with children now, so I can't tell you the
all you got to know is Method Man beat up a pimp on the road.
Yes, Method Man got hands. And
the circumstances in which that...
Every reason to. And if I told you the circumstances, that's why Meth said don't ever tell nobody the story and shit. But I heard him tell the motherfuckers somewhere and shit. But,
he told it?
Yeah, but he ain't give me permission to, so I'm going to leave it alone. That's it. He married. I mean, now see, I'm talking too much.
Shout out to Meth.
Anyway, shout out to Meth, man. All I can say is just like, we was there, and just like I said, watching the plant grow and everything.
Yeah.
Like when we went on that first promotional tour, I didn't see the shit working like it did. You know what I'm saying? Because you got 10 people with different personalities, hustlers, you know what I'm saying? They're not used to a promotional tour that we don't get paid for this. We just promoting for loud record and the albums coming out and this and that. So it just led to a whole bunch of just...
Well, I mean, we got a little bit of like that. What was that documentary that came out? The Show?
Yeah,
remember the show? Biggie was in it. But you kind of saw a little bit. I mean, when you have, like you said, when you got 10 people, 9 people, whatever it is, it's like there's just no way that there's not going to be like shit going on.
Yeah,
like,
and then a lot of times everybody got their own life, so people, it'll be 8 of them, and then 2 of them is at home doing.
Right.
I used to trip off Ghost, man. Ghost is my peoples and shit, but Ghost was like intriguing to me because he used to wear the mask. This is back when he used to wear the mask everywhere and shit like that. And I was like, this, like, you know what I'm saying? I was just looking like. They different. They got it, man. They got it, definitely.
So you were on the first promo run where you guys are you guys pushing Coast to Coast or 21 and over with them at that time? 21 and over?
We pushing 21 and over. I don't know if it came out yet, but I know Make Room is the Lick Baby.
Yeah.
That was out, and then
they're pushing
Method Man and Protect Your Neck.
Got it.
So it's before the first albums came out.
Damn, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, and it just be like everybody knew that Wu-Tang was going to do something, but I didn't know it was going to be the biggest group to ever.
Yeah, like this cultural.
Can't lie, I say I did.
They got their own Nikes and there's a Wu-Tang video game.
It's incredible, man. Raekwon, everybody had their own niche. It was interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like having all these personalities, and they all different. You know what I mean?
Who did you bond with the most on the road? Who did y'all have like the biggest bond with out of Wu-Tang when you guys were on that run?
Back then, I probably say. Just want to join probably ODB.
Y'all get fucked up.
Yeah, the after party be wild. But I built rapport with all of them though. Like Raekwon, that's my boy. Shout out to Ray. Meth, me and Meth was close. Meth used to get all the bitches though. Like for some reason, he was like the fines and shit. Like
yeah, I mean, I feel like that's kind of like he was
everybody wanted Meth and shit, but that's what's up though. But I got my own stories with all of them.
For
you know
sure.
What I'm saying?
Shout out to on you mentioned the song a little bit earlier, but on Rap Life you had Outkast on Smokefest '99. Shout out to Feel the Agony too.
Yes, sir.
What if that's just a crazy like. Just to think back, like you had Raekwon on that motherfucking album, Outkast. Did you and Outkast have like already like a relationship, or was it something where you were like, "Yo, I'm working on an album. I want to get Outkast. Let's reach out."
Yeah, like rest in peace to Rico Wade.
Yes,
and everything. But he used to like this back before like the smartphones and all this shit and everything. Right. But he just showed me so much love. He's like, anytime you come to Atlanta.
Organized noise, man.
Yeah, but this is back when the Freaknik. Remember the Freaknik?
I listen. I was born in 1987. I've only heard about the Freaknik.
Okay, damn. I keep forgetting you.
But of course, I know what the Freaknik is. Yes.
But I used to go out to Atlanta and fuck with them during them times and shit, and they just opened their doors to us, and
What was the Freaknik like?
Oh man, it was freaky. It was like
before social media,
It was a trip because it was like. Not, I'm gonna say lawless, not lawless as far as crimes and shit like that go, but it was like the whole city got took over by this.
Yeah, there's just no rules.
Yeah, by this Freaknik shit. And it was just cracking everywhere you went in Atlanta. It was crazy.